What's up guys, Dr. Typo here, playing some Grand Theft Auto 5. No need to pay any attention to the gameplay. Its only purpose is to give you something to look at while I give you something to listen to. And in this video I'm going to talk about some of the things that I really expect out of Grand Theft Auto 5 and some of the things I don't know why aren't in the game yet. For example, the Grand Theft Auto 4 and Red Dead Redemption activities. Things like bowling. Where's that? Don't get me wrong, in Grand Theft Auto 4, the only annoying thing about bowling was that Roman wanted to do it all the time. But I just don't understand why there's no bowling alleys in Los Santos. They have everything else. If you can parachute here, why can't you bowl? It just doesn't really make much sense to me. And I don't mind the tennis or the golf. They're both definitely entertaining. However, I would much rather just play 10 frames instead of 9 holes or 18 holes. Or a set, because a volley can take a little bit, if both people playing tennis are pretty good, and a game of golf, well, I don't know how many people are really good at golf yet, because I don't know how many people have really played a whole lot of golf in this game, but I can imagine that it's not been very many. You might be saying to yourself, oh, Dr. Typo, I've played some golf. It's like, well, really, how many games of golf have you played? I could be wrong, though. Maybe I'm just horrible at golf and every one of you is a Tiger Woods. Or maybe Arnold Palmer. I don't know. Take your pick. Whoever you want to be. If you're good at golf, you can be either one of them. However, I'm not either one, that's for damn sure. I really think there should be more rare cars. I enjoy my Sultan and the fact that it is a rare car. And I don't see very many of them around until I start driving mine around in parking lots, and then I see them parked all over the place. But that's, that's just because it's easier to spawn the cars at that point. But I think one thing they need to do when they launch the DLC is not make the cars free and perhaps just put them in free roam. The game would just have a little bit more longevity to me, it seemed, if there was a whole slew of rare things for you to get, rare cars, rare weapons. I'm pretty sure there used to be a flamethrower in old Grand Theft Auto games. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure Grand Theft Auto 3 and San Andreas had flamethrowers. We're in Los Santos. So San Andreas, Los Santos, should definitely have access to some flamethrowers. And things like the jetpacks, where they'll spawn, I don't know, once every 24 hours in a random lobby. You never know. Something like that. It could be something stupid. But just some things to give the game a little bit more, a little bit more to look for instead of what we have right now. Which kind of brings me to my next point. The awards and the unlocks we have are pretty lame right now. Tattoos and a t-shirt, and the t-shirt is actually pretty ugly. I'm wearing it right now in this gameplay, even though I have body armor on. I actually show the shirt off in the video that I get the shirt, which is my special crate find. But it's hardly a carrot on a stick to even bother with any of it. The tattoos that you unlock, I don't know about you, but I really don't mess with any of the tattoos. Don't get me wrong, I do like a couple of them. However, I do think that most of them are, pretty lame, and I don't really care much for any of them. So I'd be much happier if we unlocked, say, weapon skins or different paint jobs, different vehicles, and, stuff like that, other cosmetic things, and besides just tattoos and one t-shirt. And I know there are some weapon skins available, however, I prefer variety. Many more. As soon as everybody gets the gold and the platinum skins, that's all they use. So it would just be nice to see a little bit more variety when it comes to the weapon skins that we have and the paint jobs and stuff. I'm tired of seeing chrome adders drive by me. One thing I don't understand though is why we don't have some sort of a emblem creator for clothes and maybe car decals. Obviously, these are things that you would be able to rate, just like you can rate people's crew emblems. But I think it would be nice if there was a spot on the map where I could go and design a t-shirt for an hour, and walk out and I've got a Master Shake hoodie on that I just made from nothing. And being able to customize your own cars with the same decals would be wonderful too. And then if and when the in-game economy stabilizes, you'd be able to buy and sell these things from other players. Because, the next guy doesn't always have quite the artistic talent as the other guy. So it would be nice if one guy could make things, that are just excellent and sell them to other people. And this would also be a great opportunity for some players to have, a really good time sink in this game. Some people could lose hours in it just making emblems. and putting them on different vehicles, clothes, selling them to other players if that was an option. We already have an in-game website. Who knows, maybe an in-game eBay may be on the way. Another thing I don't understand is, why can't we get plastic surgery of some sort? This is Los Santos. It's supposed to be the spinning image of Los Angeles. Why can't we get plastic surgery? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Are you telling me that all the actors in Vinewood drive to Mexico to get their plastic surgery done? After some of the things that you see these actors doing in single player, I'd almost guarantee that more than half of them are not permitted to leave the state. I don't think it would be very hard for them, though. It would just be, you walk into something like a barber shop or a tattoo shop, and it just sends you to the character creator where you get to edit your facial features and whatnot. I suppose when you put it like that, it sounds pretty easy. However, I'm sure that's not how easy it is. But fingers crossed, you never know. It could happen, and it could be right around the corner in the next patch. No, I highly doubt it. I really just hope that heists are coming in the next patch. Really, really hope. But I suppose for the time being, Rockstar is using that just as a little bit of a carrot on a stick. I'd also like to see something like passive lobbies. There's a passive mode. It would be nice if there was maybe just passive lobbies where there was no collision with other players. Anytime somebody tried to run into you with their cars, they just went through you. No one could use their weapons. No one can use their tanks. These would be perfect lobbies for the people who just like to, drive around and do the gang attacks, who maybe like to do the BMXing, or for people who just want to explore Los Santos without having to worry about what that blip on their map is coming towards them for and what is it going to do to them. Because it certainly happened to me before. I've been in passive mode before and then still end up getting spawn camped by somebody who is just constantly running me over. And of course you're probably saying, oh, Dr. Typo, you could just easily hit the start button and join a new session. It's like, well, what's the fun in that? It's probably more fun to sit here and get run over 6 times in a row and yell at the TV screen and then rage. No, that was a joke. I think it would be much better if we just had passive lobbies and I didn't have to worry about people running me over or attempting to kill me, even though I'm in passive mode and not trying to do anyone any harm, just enjoying myself in Los Santos. Or if they're not going to do that, then give somebody who is in passive mode infinite health. Make it so they can't be killed by other players. You could still be killed by NPCs, cops, gang members, Merryweather, etc., but you couldn't be killed by other players. Or perhaps make it so that when people in passive mode, if they get run over by another player, their hospital bill is free, and the other player gets charged with it. I think that would be legit. It'd be kind of like a bad sport kind of thing. I also wish they would do a little bit more with free aim lobbies. You notice here that I'm not in a free aim lobby. I think I'm in the traditional GTA right now, but that's because I had searched for a team deathmatch in free aim for a while and could never get a full game. And it's pretty much the same thing with all the free roam lobbies. Most of them are next to dead. They've got next to no players in them. They're not thriving very well. But this game here, this one with traditional GTA, took no time at all to fill up. The lobby that I joined when I had switched my targeting style was full of people. And I just don't think it's nearly as fun when someone is able to shoot me out of a moving vehicle with a pistol from 100 yards away. It just doesn't happen. And so I would like to see some sort of maybe more increased rewards for free aim lobbies. I don't think the 1.25 multiplier on the RP bonus is enough. I think it should be 1.5. And I also think there should be plenty more bonuses too, definitely increased money, perhaps cheaper ammo for free aim lobby frequent users. Enough benefits that more people would rather play the free aim than play the traditional GTA style with the lock on, the auto lock, hold left trigger, press right trigger, kill everything. It just doesn't do it for me. I don't think there's a whole lot of skill involved. I actually think it's very lame. Anytime that I play most games, I don't have the auto aim on. I think it's very, very upsetting. And I understand there is a skill gap between players, and some people do need that auto aim. However, I just think right now there's too many people abusing it. There's no way this many people need it that much. And I really enjoy the free aim lobbies much better just because other players are less likely to start shit with you simply because they have, much less of a chance that they're going to be able to kill you. They're not going to be able to autolock onto your head from a mile down the road and then chase you a mile away. All the while they're mag dumping and reloading. It's just not very fun, and I much prefer the free aim lobbies as compared to the auto aim lobbies because of that reason. It'd be nice if there was some free roam events, or maybe random encounters like there is in the single player. You find hitchhikers. There's the altruist camp. There's all sorts of other factions and hippies and things like that. Just all over the place. And there isn't even any wildlife either. There's wildlife in the single player. You get to go hunting as Trevor. Can't do it here. All of these things, they all just help make the game feel a bit more alive. And don't get me wrong, what I have right now, 15 other players in a free roam lobby, I mean, that makes me feel alive too, but in a different way. In a I'm kind of scared for my life, oh no, what's happening kind of way. And one of the biggest things I think they really need to add are things like side jobs. Taxi driver, EMS, pilot, cop. I suppose at that point you'd be more of a vigilante, but you get what I'm saying. All the things that you get to do in the single player, I think that you should get to do in the multiplayer too. Firefighter, but definitely a taxi driver for sure, because I call taxis quite often, and it's unfortunate that they're quite slow. Even when you tell them to hurry up, they still pussyfoot it and you get nowhere. Now, if I called for a taxi and 30 seconds later a player came careening over a hill, rolling down it, and then stopped in front of me and told me to get in, I'm definitely going to ride with this guy. I might not exactly get there in one piece, but I know I'm going to get there fast, and I know I'm going to get there through the air. As compared to what this taxi driver offers us now, and that's his somewhat robotic voice and the absolute crazy music that he wants to listen to every time that he picks me up. So far, I've had a great time with this game. However, I just really wish that they would add a lot more things. And don't get me wrong, they have fixed a lot. In the early days, with this game anyways, there was lots of player progress issues, things like that. They're working on stabilizing the economy with their cheaters lobbies, where they're sending all of the people who have got modded money and stuff like that. They're sending those people there. But with all the technical issues that this game had encountered right off the bat, I'd say that they've probably come a long way. But despite how far we have come, there is still much farther to go. Rockstar has promised to do much with this game, and hopefully, they fulfill their promise. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to click that like button. You can click subscribe too. I won't mind one bit. Take two and call me in the morning.